Algebra 2 Cram, New York State Algebra 2 Regents, Common Core, Key Facts, Pythagorean Identity, and Double Angle Formula. Question 3, the cosine of x and cosine of 2x. In order to purchase the complete Cram session, email me at memedicine@gmail.com for pricing and ordering instructions. And definitely inquire about other subject areas. Good luck studying. Let's delve into the problem. Review question 3. If x is an acute angle and the cosine of x equals 4/5, then the cosine of 2x is equal to 1, 6/5, 2, -1/25, 3, -2/25, or 4, 7/25. Definitely press pause and take a moment to formulate your solution and answer. All right, hopefully by now you are able to come up with a solution, and if not, it's totally fine. Let's try this out together. Okay, so the information we have is the cosine of some angle x, that's an acute angle, and the cosine of 2x, okay? So you should be familiar with the 3 general formulas for the cosine of a double angle 2a. And the one that we're going to use here is the cosine of 2a, or twice an angle, is equivalent to the cosine squared a minus 1. And why are we electing to choose this? Well, basically, it's because it only requires you to know the cosine of the particular angle of interest, okay? So now let's go ahead and make our substitutions. We have that the cosine of 2x is equivalent to 2 times the cosine of x squared minus 1, okay? So we just plug in our 4/5 because we're given that information. Now let's simplify. So when we square this term, we get 2 times 16/25 minus 1. Let's simplify a little bit further. And basically, we multiply the 16 in the numerator by 2 to get 32/25. And we converted 1 into 25/25 by multiplying by 25 in the numerator and the denominator. So let's go ahead and perform our subtraction. And 32 minus 25 in the numerator is going to yield 7, and the denominator remains the same. So the correct answer choice is going to be 7/25, okay? So let's just go ahead and indicate that here. This is our answer, answer choice 4. But you could also solve this problem on your graphic calculator accurately and easily because we're told that we basically have an acute angle. And we can make the assumption that this is a positive acute angle, okay? And acute angles occur in Quadrant I, which is bound by 0 and 90 degrees, okay? And using a calculator is easy if you have an acute angle, but it's a little trickier. It's not difficult if your angle of interest is not in Quadrant I, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is ensure that you're in degree mode. And this demonstration is for the TI-84 or, 83 series. And if you have another brand of calculator, that's fine as well. The concepts are pretty similar. It's just that the buttons might be in a different location or have a slightly different name. So you press mode and this window pops up on the screen, okay? And you're going to see your cursor flickering over normal. So what you're going to do now is press the down arrow so that it's hovering over float, and press the down arrow once more so that it's hovering over the radian mode indicator. And let's just pretend that degrees wasn't highlighted, but rather radians is highlighted. What you're going to do is press basically the right arrow, okay? So that you're now hovering over degrees. Now you're locked into degree mode. You don't need to press enter to secure this setting. All you have to do now is press second mode, to quit the screen and go back to the home screen, okay? All right, hopefully you're still following along. And the next thing that we're going to do now is input the inverse cosine, because we want to figure out which angle has a cosine of 4/5 so that we can eventually figure out the cosine of twice this angle, okay? So we do the inverse cosine. And the inverse trigonometric function series, whether it's inverse sine, inverse tangent, inverse secant, they're always going to yield an angle for an answer, okay? So the number you're seeing is the measure of the angle when you figure out the answer, of course, using your calculator, okay? So in order to access the inverse cosine function, we're going to press second cosine, and it comes preloaded with an open parentheses. Now we're going to type 4 division sign 5 to represent 4/5. And then we're going to close out the parentheses and press enter. And when we hit enter, we get this answer, 36.86989765. Okay, so that's our angle of interest, but that's still not our answer. We're trying to figure out the cosine of twice this, okay? So what you're going to do now is hit cosine, which again comes preloaded with an open parentheses. You're going to type 2 because we're multiplying this angle by 2. And to recall this previous answer, all you're going to do is hit second and the negative sign. The negative sign is located at the lower right-hand corner of your calculator if you're using the TI 80 ... series, okay? And then it recalls this. So this is where you should be at now. Then you're going to close out the parentheses by pressing the right parentheses key, okay? And then you press enter, and your answer is 0.28, okay? All right, but notice that our answers are given in decimals. So since this is a simple decimal, all you have to do is convert it to a fraction, not on your own because your calculator can do that. So what you're going to do now is press second answer so that you can recall this 0.28. Okay, and then you're going to press math, and the math menu brings up a host of different features that you can do. And the number you're going to hit is 1 because you'll notice that this function is there, the fraction function, which converts your number of interest into a fraction. And then you're going to hit enter, and you return back to the home screen, and it'll give you this fraction, this proper fraction of 7/25. And you see that's our answer choice 4. All right. Okay. Thanks for your time.